Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to discuss about the recent protests which are going in J&K. We almost see J&K in the news for all kind of protests and curfews. So once again it is a news for some protest against SRO 202. So what is this SRO 202? Why it is considered as discriminatory, exploitative, and like injustice is being done to the youth. It is anti-youth and unconstitutional. So there's protest to revoke SRO 202. So we'll discuss in detail. For my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And the PDF will be uploaded on my Telegram channel. If you want a PDF immediately, it will be uploaded there. So this is a channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government jobs, our pen drive and tablet courses are also available. For additional information, you can call on these numbers or you can visit our website. So the list of courses is given here. Right, so if you want any additional information regarding any of the course given here, you can call in the numbers. So now see what is the issue here. Because SRO 202, it was issued on 30 June 2015 by government of Jammu and Kashmir, and at that time N.N. Vora was the governor of J&K, and it is applicable thereafter. Now SRO 202 is a set of rules which actually puts new recruit the people. So it is for employment. For the new recruits, there will be a probation period of 5 years, and during these 5 years these new recruits will be given minimum salary, and this minimum salary is much lesser than the original salary. So this is the whole issue, because the employees who are actually selected under this SRO 202, they say it is very discriminatory in nature. So what are the reasons for the protest? We'll discuss in detail. Because see, there is one question, like if when the government gave you employment to the protesters, this is the question which arises from the government side, like when the government gave them the employment opportunity, it was clearly written what are the rules of SRO, what are the rules under SRO 202. At that time they took up the opportunity, and now you are protesting. And even the probation period, it is 5 years, and it is 2019, so their 5 years is yet not completed. They have not completed their probation period, but they are already protesting on the roads. So see what are the reasons for the protest. So number one is this SRO 202 is violating Minimum Wage Act. How it is violating? See, what here I mean by minimum salary, that means in these 5 years of probation they will be given basic pay. Basic pay is the basic salary, which do not include your DA, dearance allowance, your house rent, HRA, house rent allowance, or any kind of annual increment. Therefore you are given a minimum salary which is very less than the original salary. So definitely it is violating your Minimum Wages Act also. And then it is violating Supreme Court judgment, where the Supreme Court said that equal pay should be given for the equal work. So now here that is why it is discriminatory in nature. Why it is discriminatory? See, it is issued on 30 June 2015. So any notification before 30 June, such employment recruits, these recruits will be given the original salary who are selected from a notification prior to 30 June 2015. So any notification after 30 June 2015 under SRO 202, they will be given just the basic pay. So this person and this person before and after of 30 June, they are doing same work for the same number of hours, but they are given a salary which is much lesser than the original salary, so from their co-employees. So it is anti-discriminatory, and that is why they are saying it is anti-youth policy, because all the youth of this era that fall under SRO 202 after 30 June 2015, you are playing games, financial games with them, and you are discouraging them for the government services. Now see, now the people here, they say that they have gone through the same selection process, the written test and the interviews conducted by the recruiting agencies of J&K, and they competed among thousands of applied candidates and got the job, and then they are being paid meager salary of 7,000 to 8,000 per month. And at the same time, when their co-employees who are selected before 30 June 2015, they are being paid full salary. So you can see what kind of harassment is here going on here. Moreover, if we see J&K, there's not much revenue generated in the state, and it mostly depends upon the center for the funds. J&K being a special state, most of the time for the center funded schemes, where whenever we implement a scheme in a state, there is always a funding mechanism of 50-50. Like 50% funds will come from center and 50% funds will come from the state. But in the case of J&K, we see that there's a special status, and it's a special state because of several reasons. And here, most of the time, 60% or 90% of funds are given by the central government only. So what happens to the state revenue, where they are spending the state revenue? When 50% of salaries have to be 50% revenue that is generated by the state is given as salaries to the employees. So why not here they are not giving the proper full salaries to the people, right? So this is the issue. And now there is an inferiority complex also. With all due respect to the class 4 employees, I would say that these newly appointed employees with skilled technical hands, they are even getting less salary than the class 4 employees also. So this will discourage them. They won't be able to do their job. They won't be able to perform their duties with proper enthusiasm. That is what they are saying. And next, as per the rising prices, so if their salary is like around 9,000, so the inflation these days, the rising prices for the commodities, so this is totally an injustice to these people. And moreover, when we talk about our political leaders in the assembly, when they have to hike their salaries, there is no opposition party, there is no governing political party. Everybody is on the same side to increase their salaries, giving the reason of hike in the prices of the commodities. So what is in the case of these government civil servants, government people who are opting for the government jobs, right? So it is an injustice to the qualified youth of the state. Now see, because of this protest and because of these reasons, what could be the probable consequences in this case? So first of all, I would say J&K is a very sensitive case. As you know, there are 3 provinces, Jammu, Kashmir and Leh and Ladakh. So if we take the example of Kashmir province, it is already a highly disturbed area. There is anti-India sentiments among the people. But the youth, which is actually taking a step, and it is coming forward to join the mainstream government jobs of the state, and then we are underpaying them. So this is an injustice being done to the youth of J&K, especially with the Kashmir people also, when we really want to solve the case of J&K with a process of emotional integration, with a process of economic integration. But here we are doing the injustice to them. So there could be a security threat also, because this youth will be distracted for other services for the money, because if they are not being paid the proper salary, even if when they want to join the mainstream politics, you are distracting the youth for some wrong activities. The youth can be distracted, right? So this is a major consequence that can take place. And next is obviously the economic crisis that could lead to underemployment, because when they're already in J&K, there are not much jobs. So when an engineer is taking up a job of a clerk, so where will the clerk go? So here we are creating a cycle of perpetual poverty. So obviously it will lead to the low self-esteem among the people. There will be the stress and the health issues. So when the youth of a country is not happy there is a problem of underemployment and unemployment, so definitely it will hamper the progress of the country also. Now see, what could be the way forward? Obviously the government should look into the matter. It should be addressed at the right time, because the reasons given by the protesters are really valid, because an underpaid youth, the educated youth, is a major problem here. And then employment opportunities in J&K should be increased. Already we know there is not much private sector, so most of the people are actually dependent upon the government jobs only there. And we should increase the mobility with the J&K state also, and there should be better preparing young people for the job market also, like vocational trainings should be given. And we should boost the entrepreneurship in the state also, because if one person will start the startup, more job revenue will open for the more youth also. But yes, there are certain other issues also when we talk about the private sector, that there is not much private sector. But yes, that is a different case that we won't include it here. But for the people who are actually hoping to get government jobs, who are opting to go for this government jobs, SRO 202 is totally discouraging them to opt for government job, and faith in government there's a lack of faith in government if these things do not fall in line soon. So obviously way forward, like the elections are on the way in J&K, so this youth should take written assurances from the political parties that their main agenda, their main mandate for this election would be the revoking of SRO 202, because it seems to be quite draconian in terms of employment for the youth of the state, right? So if you have any queries, you can contact me, and the PDF of this lecture will be uploaded on my Telegram channel. Thank you.